After helping my fiancée get her dream reality TV contract, I found her flirting with producers about upgrading to a better husband on camera. When I confronted her, she just laughed, saying, "You're good for the storyline, not for life." I leaked her manipulation texts to the network, and watched her get cut from the show before her first episode even aired. I'm not proud of how far I went. But if you saw what I saw, you'd understand. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Travis. I'm 34, live in Reno, Nevada, and I run a small video production business. Nothing crazy, weddings, small business ads, a few documentaries. I've always liked being behind the camera, not in front of it. I'm quiet. Loyal. The kind of guy who drives the same car for 10 years and shows up early to everything. 2 years ago, I met Haley at a media mixer in Sacramento. I was there helping a friend shoot promo videos. She was there trying to get noticed. She did. Not just by me, by everyone. She was loud, pretty, confident. Blonde hair, flashy smile, always posing like there was a camera on her. She told me within an hour of meeting that her dream was to be famous. Not just Instagram famous. TV famous, she said, sipping a vodka soda. I want America to know my name. She was intense, but I liked her. She seemed real, even when she was clearly playing a part. There was something behind the act, and I wanted to be the one who saw it. We started dating fast. Within months, we were living together in my apartment in Reno. She wanted to move to LA, but I told her to give Reno a try first. She didn't love it, but she loved me, or so I thought. Around our 1-year anniversary, I proposed. She said yes with tears in her eyes, told me I was her rock, and that we'd build something great together. But in reality, she already had a plan, and I was just the first step. It all started changing when Haley heard about this new reality show called Hearts Unscripted. Some producer she met at an online casting call told her it was going to be like Love is Blind meets The Bachelor, but more real, more raw. They were looking for women with strong personalities and big relationship stories. Haley thought it was perfect. She made a whole pitch video. Her crying about being stuck in a small town, saying she loved her fiancé but didn't feel seen, that she was ready to grow. She made me play the supportive but clueless guy. I didn't love it, but I helped her film it. She even had me say things like, "I want her to be happy, but I'm not sure this world is right for her." She edited it to look like she was outgrowing me. I thought it was just part of the game. I didn't think she meant it. I was wrong. She got accepted. Well, she did. Not us. They loved her raw honesty, the producers said. They wanted her to move to Phoenix for 3 months of filming. At first, she acted sad I wasn't part of it. Said it was our dream, but she'd represent both of us. I believed her. But as filming got closer, she changed. Her phone was always on silent. She'd laugh at messages and then hide the screen. She started talking about branding and character arcs. I didn't say anything. I trusted her. Until one night, I woke up around 2 a.m. to use the bathroom, and I heard her in the living room. Laughing. Low, flirty. I stopped at the hallway corner and listened. She was on FaceTime. "I mean, he's sweet," she said, "but come on. He's not husband material. Not TV husband material." Then she laughed and added, "He's good for the storyline, not for life. We drop him mid-season, right?" Big moment. Ratings gold. That's when I knew. I wasn't her partner. I was a stepping stone. The next morning, I didn't confront her. I started collecting. She left her phone unattended sometimes, usually when she was in the shower or doing her makeup. I went into her texts. It was worse than I thought. She'd been messaging one of the producers, Leo. A lot. Some of the stuff she said, "You think casting would go for me breaking it off week 4? If we play it right, the audience will beg for me to date someone new on the show. He's loyal and boring. Perfect for the first few episodes." And then the one that burned the most, "He's not the kind of guy I want to end with. He's the kind you start with." Every message was calculated. She was flirting, manipulating, even suggesting she and Leo grab a drink off camera once things got rolling. I screen recorded everything. Saved the screenshots to a folder on a private drive. And I waited. The week before she left for Phoenix, she was on top of the world. Posting Instagram stories like she was already famous. Manifesting my moment. Goodbye Reno, hello network TV. I told her I was proud. I helped her pack. The night before her flight, she kissed me and said, "Whatever happens, know I love you." I wanted to punch a wall. Instead, the next day, I emailed the production office. Not just any producer, the executive producer. No long message. No drama. Just said, "Hi, I thought this might be important to your team. I don't want to be involved further, but you should see this." And attached every single file. Texts. Voice recordings. Clips of her saying she was going to fake the relationship, play up the drama, and flirt with producers to get a bigger role. I didn't hear anything back. But I didn't need to. 3 days later, she called me from a Phoenix area code. She was screaming. "You ruined everything. Do you know what you've done?" Then she hung up. No other explanation. No apology. Nothing. She was cut from the show. Not even a chance to film one episode. They didn't put out a statement. They just replaced her. Quiet. She came home the next day, didn't even look at me when she walked through the door. Grabbed her things. Slammed drawers. Cursed under her breath. I just watched. When she got to the door, she looked back and said, "You're going to regret this. I could have made us rich. You were just too scared." I said, "No, I just wasn't stupid." She walked out. I haven't heard from her since. For a while after she left, things were quiet. Too quiet. At first, I thought that was the end of it. That maybe I could just move on and forget about the whole thing. But people like Haley don't let go that easy. Especially not when you humiliate them right before they get their big break. It started small. One day, I got an email from a bride whose wedding I was supposed to film. She said she changed her mind and found someone else. No explanation. Then another client ghosted me right before a deposit. I started getting bad reviews online, all saying similar things: unprofessional, rude, creepy, even though none of them were real clients. Then I got a call from a woman I'd worked with before, Melissa. She runs a floral shop. She sounded worried. "Travis, I don't know what's going on, but someone's been messaging vendors, telling them not to work with you. Said you're unstable. That you harassed your ex-fiancée after she left you." I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. She didn't get her show, so now she was trying to destroy my business. I went online and checked. A bunch of fake accounts were popping up under random names, all following the same script. Each one made me out to be some bitter ex who couldn't handle rejection. One even posted a screenshot of a text that said, "If I can't have you, no one can." It wasn't mine. I never wrote that. But it looked real. I had a feeling where this was coming from, so I messaged her. One sentence. "You're really doing this now?" She didn't reply. But 20 minutes later, I got a notification that one of the fake accounts had posted a story tagging my business. The caption? "Abuser in Reno. Protect women." She wanted war. So I gave her one. I wasn't about to let my life fall apart just because Haley didn't get what she wanted. I reached out to a lawyer friend, Mike. He wasn't some high-power Hollywood guy, but he knew how to handle defamation. I gave him everything. Screenshots, timelines, evidence of the fake accounts, the real texts from before. He helped me file a cease and desist. Then another, directly to her parents' address, since I knew she was staying with them after Phoenix. That's when she called. Not yelling this time. Cold. Calculated. You think threatening me with a lawyer makes you look less pathetic? I didn't say anything. Then she added, you were a stepping stone. That's all. The show was just the start. I've got other deals lined up. You can't stop what's coming. I hung up. I didn't have anything left to say. But I wasn't done, either. A week later, I got an anonymous tip from a production assistant who used to work for Hearts Unscripted. I don't know how he found me, maybe he saw the drama online and put the pieces together. He said, you should know, she's been shopping her own reality pilot. Says it's about healing after abuse. She's using your name. I almost dropped the phone. She wasn't done using me. She was trying to build a new show, and I was still the villain in it. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about fame anymore. This was about revenge. Her version. But I had the truth. The receipts. The full story she didn't want the world to see. And if she wanted to play dirty, I was ready to go deeper. She wanted to tell her story? Fine. But I was going to tell mine too. And mine had evidence. A few days after that call, I got a DM from someone I didn't recognize. Her profile said her name was Amber, and she was a freelance entertainment reporter based out of LA. She said, "Hi Travis. I've heard your name come up in a few recent pitches about a new unscripted series. I'd love to talk, off the record." I was skeptical at first. I didn't need more drama, and I didn't want my name dragged through any fake sob story on some gossip site. But curiosity got the better of me, so I agreed to a Zoom call. Amber came prepared. She showed me a leaked pitch deck. Slides and notes from a production company. There was Haley's face, all polished and glowing, with a new title under it, From Trauma to Triumph, How I Survived a Toxic Engagement. The first page had a summary. After escaping a controlling relationship with a jealous fiancé who tried to sabotage her career, Haley reclaims her voice and builds her own path to stardom. Underneath was a blurry picture of me. Same shot from our engagement announcement. She must have pulled it from my Facebook. Amber watched my reaction closely. "I wanted to give you a heads up," she said. "They're shopping this hard to second-tier networks. Streaming platforms. I think she's hoping one of them bites before anyone checks the facts." I was stunned. I mean, I expected lies, but this? She was rewriting history. And now she was trying to make money off it. Amber leaned in and said, "If you're willing to go on record, I can help you tell the real story. I don't have a big outlet yet, but I have friends who listen." I didn't say yes right away. But I didn't say no, either. That night, I stayed up rewatching our old footage, the pitch video, our fake argument scenes, even the raw takes she never used. I noticed something. In one of the original videos we sent to the Hearts Unscripted casting team, Haley slipped up. Between takes, she turned to me and said, "You know this is all fake, right? I'm not actually going to marry you." Then she laughed and said, "Save that clip. It might be worth something." I'd kept the raw files, all of them. I realized I had way more than just texts and screenshots. I had full-on footage of her admitting the whole thing was an act, and more importantly, that she never loved me. She was using me. I started putting together a full timeline. The texts. The video clips. The fake accounts. The call logs. By the end of the week, I had something close to a documentary on my hands. Then something unexpected happened. Leo, the producer she'd flirted with on Hearts Unscripted, reached out to me. He found me through LinkedIn. Sent a short message, "I messed up. I want to talk." I didn't respond right away, but a day later, I got a second message, "She's pitching a version of the show with you as the abusive villain. She tried to rope me into backing it. I didn't. Now she's threatening to leak old messages." Now he was scared. We got on a call. Leo admitted that Haley had sent him edited screenshots, trying to frame me as controlling and unstable. She was trying to create a fake paper trail to support her version of the story, basically reverse engineering a lie. But the problem was, Leo had saved their original conversations too. He didn't want to go public, but he was willing to send me everything if I promised to use it, for the truth, not revenge. I told him I wasn't out for revenge. But that was a lie. I wanted her exposed. Not just to me. Not just to some small town or failed show. I wanted her whole game to collapse in front of the very people she was trying to impress. So I made a choice. I sent Amber everything. The real footage. The texts. Leo's messages. The audio clips of her bragging about upgrading from me to someone famous. She said she wanted to be famous? Okay. But it wouldn't be for the reason she hoped. Amber took everything. She said she'd be careful. She'd verify every piece, double-check with legal, blur anything that might risk a lawsuit. She wasn't just posting drama. She was writing a full story, fact-checked and sourced. 2 weeks later, the article dropped. Headline: From reality star to real-life fraud, how one woman tried to manufacture fame, and got exposed by the man she left behind. It went viral in under 24 hours. Amber had receipts. Not just mine, she'd done her homework. She tracked down 2 other men Haley had dated before me. One of them said she'd ghosted him right after he funded her first influencer trip to Miami. The other said she used his credit card to buy camera equipment, then dumped him the next week. The article laid it all out, how she used people to climb, how she lied about being abused, how she tried to turn real people into villains for a fake narrative. There was even a section with a side-by-side of her edited text screenshots versus the originals Leo had. It was undeniable. She couldn't spin it anymore. She posted a shaky Instagram live trying to defend herself. Claimed the article was misogynistic and weaponized private trauma. But nobody was buying it. Her own followers turned on her. People left thousands of comments. You lied to get famous. You played the victim for clout. You ruined your own shot. The fake accounts that had posted lies about me? Gone. Deleted. The streaming platform that had been in talks to develop her show? Pulled out. And the worst part for her? The story hit bigger than any reality show could have. But she wasn't the hero. She was the cautionary tale. A week after the article blew up, I got a letter in the mail. It was from a lawyer. Not mine. Hers. It accused me of violating her privacy and slandering her reputation. Mike laughed when I showed it to him. She's bluffing. She's just mad she got caught. We're fine. We didn't hear anything after that. But I knew I'd messed up, too. I wasn't innocent. I stayed quiet when I should have walked away. I let her talk me into helping her fake a relationship for a show. I played along when my gut told me she was using me. I got caught in her game because part of me liked being needed, even if it was for the wrong reasons. I told Amber that during our last call. She asked if I regretted it. Not leaking it, I said. But maybe letting it get this far. I should have seen who she really was. She nodded and said, "A lot of people fall for the performance. You just helped end the show before it started." Business picked back up after the article. People started booking me again. A few even said they saw my name in the story and liked how I handled things. Said I seemed real. Funny how that works. Sometimes the truth doesn't get you famous. But it sets the record straight. Haley disappeared after that. Last I checked, she moved to San Diego. Tried to rebrand as a wellness coach. That lasted maybe a month. Now her Instagram is private. No followers. No likes. Leo quit reality TV. Started working as a freelance editor for podcasts. Said he couldn't deal with the drama anymore. We talk sometimes. And me? I'm still in Reno. Still shooting weddings. Still showing up early, still driving the same old car. But now, I keep my eyes open. I don't get pulled into anyone's storyline again. And if someone tries, I keep the receipts. Always.